Mr. Bean, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good morning to you, and good morning, committee. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I know it's a big deal to run a university, and I was just making a list of all the things you have to do running a university, including recruiting applicants to go to your school, hiring professors and staff, running the plant, raising money, promoting your school. You would think on that list, which is a very long list, you would think at the very, very top is keeping students, staff, and faculty safe on your university. Why we're questioning where you put that on your list is because we see lack of consequences. We see the answer is always it's under investigation, or we put that group on double secret probation, which really isn't holding anybody accountable. Chancellor Block, on November 15th, 2023, a Jewish UCLA professor and her husband went to a counter-protest at a UCLA Students for Justice in Palestine rally wearing pro-Israel t-shirts. They heard students chant, "Slaughter the Jews" in Arabic, and were threatened by students who said, "We will find you, we will take care of you." The next day, a UCLA graduate student from the rally stalked her husband at his office. 2 weeks later, more and more hatred and anti-Semitism, including garbage topped with a swastika and the words "loudmouth Jew" were left outside the doorstop. All this was reported to you and other UCLA officials, including the identity of who's doing it. What disciplinary actions did UCLA take in response?
Thank you for the question. We immediately alerted the police, and the police did an investigation, and I think that, I don't know if that's ongoing or not, but police were involved immediately in this incident.
Did anybody get kicked off campus? Did anybody
I don't know what the
kicked out
outcome
of
was,
school?
but police were immediately notified of this issue and interviewed individuals and attempted to identify who was responsible.
On November 28th, mass protesters cutting down hostage posters threatened and chased a Jewish student while brandishing knives. They chased him on campus. The incident was reported to police and to UCLA officials. Can you tell us what disciplinary action, including, did anybody get kicked off campus? Did anybody get expelled?
I don't know in that particular case, but the police were notified and they attempted to identify the individuals holding the knives.
So you can see, gentlemen, this is why we question where it is on the list, because we see the videos, we see everything, and we meet with students who say that it's, and we see the video just now, it breaks my heart. You can't even go to class. It's hard enough going to one of your schools, but to have to worry about it. President Schill, I know that you're rewriting the code of conduct at Northwestern. It sounds like you're going to start, you probably already started on it. Is calling for the death of Jews, is that going to be against your code of conduct?
It already is.
It already is. So you can't yell words that we all know, Intifada and others, that are hateful to the Jewish and calling for the death and destructions. That's going to be...
Anything that calls for the death and destruction of Jewish people, whether here or abroad, is a code of conduct violation, and the code of conduct will be investigated, and there's a variety of disciplinary possibilities that will follow from that.
Very good. It's an open question. Here's your chance, Presidents, to prove to this committee, to the American people, to Congress, your teams back home, that you rank the safety of students and faculty. Have you expelled anybody? Have you fired people, these hate groups on your campus? I know there's free speech, but this is clearly, as President Schill has already commented on, it's a real crossing of the line. President Holloway, what say you?
Any exhortation of violence, threatening students or the community, or harassment is a violation of our code of conduct.
And you've expelled students, and you've banned groups from your campus to say this will not be tolerated at Rutgers.
That is correct.
So I know my time is about up, but I was in Israel this past a few months ago and eating dinner with a family, and we were talking about how scary it is to live in Israel. The family says what we're really worried about is our daughter, and ironically, our daughter is starting Rutgers in the fall. We are really fearful of her safety coming to America. Should she have anything to fear at Rutgers?
I'm very sorry to hear that the family feels this way.
Well, they're scared. They're scared. They see the video that we see of students, which is what happened at UCLA and others across America, and they see very little consequences of breaking the laws and the policy because no one seems to be held accountable. Are you going to hold people accountable, Mr. President?
May I answer? Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir, absolutely. One thing I want to make clear is that in any instance of the kind of language, behavior you've been talking about, we've responded immediately with whether it's student affairs police, sometimes campus police, sometimes state police, even the FBI, to help us bring to conclusion.
Thank you, President. Madam Chair, I yield back. Thank you.